let's get going.
Yes, let's get going. Hi, we haven't been here for a while. I haven't seen you in
A week.
2. We didn't do a show last week. It was 4th of July, remember?
Yeah, but we did a show the week before that.
So it's been 2 weeks.
What'd you do for the 4th of July?
I went to a pool party.
On the 4th of July?
Yep.
Oh.
And on the 5th of July and on the 6th of July.
How was the one on the 6th?
The one on the 6th was awesome.
Was it?
The one that you were supposed to be at.
I went, I thought I was going to go to that one if a certain producer, Jay Turner, who wanted me to go, would have followed up. But there was nothing.
Nothing.
Not a text. Not a, do you want to ride? Do you know where it is? Nothing.
What in gay hell, Jay Turner?
Nothing.
We were there at 10:30 in the morning. However, I will tell you, every day, every pool party that I was at, Michael Simons and John were there. Every single time they see me, they're all where's
social.
Ophelia?
They're very social.
Where's Ophelia? Where's Ophelia?
I don't go to pool parties. I only agreed to go to that one pool party because Jay Turner was so insistent that I go.
Yes, because it was a fundraiser.
And then I never heard from him again.
Tacky. See, that's $20 we didn't get. All your fault. Everybody on Stonewall Board who's paying attention to the show, $20.
I posted it on Facebook. You were very quick to feel guilty. It wasn't me. I
know. I sure was.
And everyone accused you. That was the best part.
I was just trying to remember all the people that forgot your birthday. And then I remembered it was probably only us two.
It was.
And how was...
and Jay Turner didn't even... Nothing.
Well, see, now I don't
and
feel
I know that he reads my Facebook.
I have you on my favorites.
Do you?
Yeah.
Am I in your favorites? Yes. He's lying right now. He's lying again. Yeah.
Well,
they're both pissed.
So you got a status update from Ricky, what, a year ago?
Actually, I probably have been on Ricky more than I've been on Ophelia lately. Yeah, I have.
Oh, for all your rodeo stuff?
Well, I just have been on Ricky more than Ophelia for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
no particular reason.
I always try to do your Monday night stuff, so...
Yeah, I do.
Promote that
I do that.
Yeah.
I do that. Well, I went to the Coronado.
Yep.
Which I love. Mm-hmm. I love it.
And your Jaeger machine.
We didn't do Jaeger this year.
Damn it.
No Jaeger. That's mainly Christmas. We don't do that for the 4th, but it was lovely. It was a very good day. But let me tell you, I was extremely tired by that day because I just have had a lot of stuff going on. And that week, my ex's grandmother had passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was very sad. I really liked her. And she actually taught me a bunch. She's part of the reason that I actually gave up labels. Mm-hmm. Because she was devout Mormon.
Oh, wow.
Devout Mormon. And she knew that, my ex, which was her grandson, was obviously gay, and she knew how I obviously fit into the picture, as well other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Did she know Ophelia or just Ricky?
No, just Ricky.
Okay.
And she was kind of, and in a very roundabout way, I remember a conversation that we were having about how sometimes in life the consequence is not worth
the action.
Mm-hmm. And so what I really got out of that is, she knew, this is going back, she knew, but being, a devout Mormon, if she was to acknowledge it, or it was said aloud, or,
Right. That made it real.
Anything that made it real, then she would have had to disown him.
Right.
And that, I think, would have crushed both of them. So she's the one that kind of got me, that sometimes, you don't need to come out for certain reasons and still have a relationship with someone.
Right.
Even though everybody knows. It doesn't need to be, so, I don't know, that's one thing that I got from her. So, I was very busy with the family, with all of the stuff with that. And then, it was, the unofficial gay day at the fair.
The fair. Did you go to that?
I did.
Wow.
But let me tell you,
You know, I always got to ask about the food, right? What was
well, it was also $2 taste of the $2 fair day.
Oh shit.
So you got smaller portions of stuff for $2. You know, the food. And bitches, we ate. Oh my god.
Did you go with Callie?
We had no.
Okay.
I went with Christina Monet and with George and Jerry and who else was? Somebody else was with us. I can't remember right now. It was fun, but we had cinnamon. You know, we had the cinnamon rolls. We had the bacon maple donut. Delicious.
I was gonna say.
We had the, hot dog wrapped in potato. We had corn dogs, and we had.
So did you actually ride any rides, or just?
No, I don't ride any rides.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
You remember that story where my face almost fell off?
Oh yes.
Yeah. No, I don't do that shit. No rides.
She wants no photo evidence.
Besides that, I look at those people that put that shit together, and I'm like,
No.
I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, no, but I did all of the exhibits and stuff. But, we are all, the group that I went with, we're all morning people. Mm-hmm. And so, we all went at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't see a gay person all day.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Not one gay person. Put the camera down. So, don't think I'm not seeing shit. So, now you made me lose my train of thought. That's true.
You're all morning people.
Yeah.
And not a gay
So
person.
we went, so when we were leaving is when all the gay people started showing up. You know what I'm saying? So as we were,
And do they do it like they do at Disneyland? Everybody wears like red shirts?
No, it's the most unorganized event ever. They just invite a bunch of gay people and they just meander.
Got it.
But most of the gay people that go to that kind of thing, including myself, it's kind of obvious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And is it a weekday thing, or is it on
this year it was on a Tuesday. I think last year it was on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was good. And we went through the little. They had a LGBT booth set up.
Okay. And didn't like
for
Riches
the
have a
sports
stage
league, and I think they had some DJs, but that was all later.
Later at night. Got it.
We were gone. You know what I'm
like,
no.
got to go.
Have to go home. Plus, Big Brother's been on Tuesday night, so I gotta go. I gotta be home.
I'm saying.
That's how it is. So back to the foot. So all of that was all of that week, and I haven't been feeling good again. But I will get more into that. But so I go to Coronado. We're sitting there. By 7 o'clock, we're drinking coffee. It's like, oh my God, when is 9 o'clock gonna roll around? Oh, it was so sad.
So you went from being 21 last year to being
like
62 this year.
Yes, basically. And so I sat there, and we were like all talking. We had a good time. The people I was hanging out with, they're very fun. But all of us were like, bitches, we are old. What happened to us?
That's what it sounds like.
Just what happened to us. So about 8:30, I'm like, I don't really think I'm going to stay for the fireworks. And they're like, you made it this far.
Right. You might as well.
You might as well. So I'm like sitting there for a little bit longer. By 9 o'clock, I'm like, I'm leaving. And they're like, the fireworks are going to start. And just about that time, boom. And I'm like, all right, I saw the fireworks.
Gotta go.
And because, I didn't want to be stuck in the traffic.
Right.
Going over the bridge, to get home. Because still, I would have to wait. Normally you have to wait like at least 2 hours to get off from Coronado. It's crazy. It's still, it takes me about 20 minutes. Mm-hmm.
When there's no traffic.
Yeah, just on a normal to get over to Coronado.
Right.
It took me like 45 minutes to get home. Just,
Because everybody had the same idea you did.
Well, no, a lot of people were on the bridge, driving back and forth, and, going 2 miles an hour. And I'm like, on my horn. I'm like, this is not a parkway. Like, Yeah, I was not amused at all. And then there was a crash on the 5, and so it was just a mess getting home. Just a mess. But I made it home, and I was very happy.
What did you do Friday? Did you take the day off Friday, or did you work?
I worked. Yes.
I was lucky enough to have the day off, which was nice, which is why I was at another pool party.
You went to the other pool party.
I haven't. When there's a day like that, usually you do work the next day. Like last year, when 4th of July was on Wednesday, we had to
go back
for the next 2 days, which sucks.
Well, I think a lot of people took a 4-day week.
Yeah.
Or weekend.
Well, I had it off, and it was very lovely. It was very nice.
Then were you off on Saturday too?
Yep.
So you had a 4-day weekend.
I did.
Wow, that's like a total vacay for you.
Totally.
Total.
And then I got my vacay coming up, so.
Because you're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, for P-Town.
Bright and early for P-Town.
East Coast.
Fair week. Which
You're
we will
heading
talk
over
about.
there, and I'm heading to the river.
And you're heading to the river, yes.
Yes, you're heading to more gay people, and I'm heading to more straight people.
More Marines.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we talk about what we're doing? We'll take a break, because I know you're squeezing. So.
No, I don't really have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I had to go to the bathroom when that hot guy was walking by.
Okay.
I was going to go and do community service and see if he needed assistance.
And perhaps some directions to the river.
Yes. I cannot. I'm so excited.
Well, this past week, or this past Monday, was also the Nikki Award nomination.
Yes.
Which we got all our little Nikki Awards and everything. And
I've already filed mine.
Mine as well, yes. And then you go outside on the patio and you see
Did we
that
get nominated?
Moe's is all spelled out, so they got a ton of awards. Yeah, we did. I didn't see it on the website, but Ian did text and say that he said, she said, and they said got nominated.
What about that other one? The live?
That's So Gay Live? I don't know. He didn't say. So.
They put a lovely little thing on Facebook from last year's Nikki. All right. Key there. Jay, who was my date for that event, you see, Bodyguard John really should, Bodyguard John is good for me, because when I've had a couple of cocktails, he knows that it's not good for me to do interviews.
Correct.
And so I don't. Jay, on the other hand, when there's camera around, he goes,
go, right? Ophelia.
Clearly, I had a few cocktails.
Correct.
When they interviewed me. Do what?
It's on the Nikki Awards website.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, last year
it was lovely.
We were with Joseph Rocha,
right?
And
that cute little boy
that was his partner died, and
yes,
he got that big award.
Hot.
And so we had a fun time, but
we did.
Again, it was blazing.
And I had to go get your award again last year.
Yes, I think that's the 3rd time in a row that you had to go get it.
I just remembered that.
Yes.
Maybe this year you'll be away from the bar.
Maybe this year I will most likely be away from the bar because I will be at another bar, I'm sure, called The Hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town that weekend.
I imagined you're in river mode.
I'm in river mode. I'm not giving up the river for the Nickies this year.
No,
I did it last year. No, I don't think I'm gonna win. I've been around way too long.
I don't think I'm going to win
It's time for
either.
other people to win.
And if I win in the one category that I always win in, that's the category I don't want.
So, volunteer.
Yes, because they need to honor other volunteers. And I just don't want it again.
I know. Well,
and I don't think that I'm not thankful for the nomination, but it would be nice if they honored someone else.
Oh, look, he's wearing his board shorts.
Right.
I saved you earlier.
You did save my life.
Yes, I did. Thank you. From Stanford.
Yeah.
He's a big booty hoe.
Yeah,
Yes, he is. Well. You'll be getting his number later.
He always looks at me like, why is my mom looking at me like that? I like to take him shopping for some jock shirts.
He's so cute. And sadly, I don't even know his name.
I do, but I can't remember.
He's cute boy.
He's hottie.
Yeah, hottie that works at Moe's.
Mm-hmm.
And he's easily 14.
He's easily 14.
He's very young.
I know. Well, what time is it? Should we?
We should wait to do our
taking a
shot.
break?
Let's take our break right now. And
So, but what if they do the 5 o'clock shots while we're on the break?
well, you know they always do it 5 minutes after.
So you say you want to take a little break and then
I'm hearing the little bell, but not the one inside.
that's the outside bell.
We have to do 5 o'clock shots. We're not going to get to do one next week.
All right. Well, did you do anything exciting this week?
This week was getting.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Cheers.
Cheers. This week, what's been exciting has been planning for the trip.
For your wedding.
And yes, for the wedding. Speaking of weddings,
Yes.
Lee and Trent got engaged.
Did they?
They got engaged and they're getting married
Where are they getting married?
on a beach.
Well, I've been, speaking of marriages, I've been invited to several. And I have gone to none.
And you've got to know. Would you go to Lee and Trent's?
I will.
I would hope so.
But because I wanted to research first, proper etiquette, wedding etiquette. Because I want to, I want to be proper.
And you just want to know which ones are serving the best food
Yes,
ever.
that is what I think. Yes.
Oh my God. Well, it's Lee. You know the food will be good.
And how you can tell if there's going to be food at a wedding, and when it is appropriate, and yada yada, and all of that. I'm ready now for weddings. So.
See.
And gifts. Proper etiquette for gifts. Did you?
It's my thing too, because.
Well, I'm researched. You ask me, and I'll tell you.
So
Would
what?
you ask Ophelia about wedding etiquette?
So, do you go to their registry and get something on their registry if they?
Yeah, if they're registered.
Okay.
Depending on the venue of their wedding. The venue has a very large part on the wedding gift.
Okay, so say they're getting married in Balboa Park,
Yes.
in one of the gardens there somewhere.
Yes.
What kind of?
Where is there a reception or isn't there a reception?
There is no reception,
No gift.
no gift. If there is a reception at one of the rooms in the Balboa, whatever, in the Prado, you get a gift then.
Is there dinner?
Yes.
Or just a party?
There's dinner.
There's dinner. Then you would get something on their the tip is that you get something on their register or a gift. It doesn't necessarily have to be on their register. Something else equal to what they would be spending as a guest.
Oh, so if the dinner's value was $40,
then you would get them a gift for about $40. If they are spending $100 on dinner, then you would get them a gift equivalent to $100, and no gift cards.
And no gift cards.
Gift cards are a
tacky.
big taboo for weddings. I thought that it was always a great idea, but it's a huge taboo. Because a lot of them, they've said they've taken the time, they've gone and registered somewhere. But they're doing it right. They've gone and registered, and they've spent the time and marked down what they want. So you should, in turn,
take the time
and go and get them something that they want.
Interesting.
Because they're telling you what they want.
Right.
So then you go get that.
So if they registered at Nordstrom,
Yes.
you wouldn't go get a $100 gift card to Nordstrom.
No.
Interesting.
You would go get what's on their register.
Wow.
Or what you would do, in my case, is you would go to the register, you would see what they want from Nordstrom's, and then you would go to Ross Cross Dress for Less.
And get it for cheaper.
And get it for a little less. There's a lot of weddings coming up
Right.
that I'm getting invited to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not going broke for these bitches.
Well, and that's I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Because literally, within probably the past week and a half, I've gotten 7 invitations for weddings.
Yeah.
That I clearly am not going to be able to go to all of them. But
well, I would go to the ones with food.
well, I'm going to go to the ones that I know I need to be at, i.e. Lee and Trent.
Yes.
But I'm thinking if they're going to fork out all this this money putting this thing together in a very short period of time.
Right.
What is the best thing to get them to help them alleviate the cost of it? I'm thinking cash. So is it inappropriate to give
They do
them
say
cash?
it's inappropriate.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But because there are other things during the wedding to make money. For instance, if they do it traditionally, they have the money dance.
Right, the money dance.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So during the money dance, you can, drop $100 in, or $1,000, or whatever you want to drop in. That is appropriate to give them cash then.
Can you do that in lieu of getting them a gift?
Well, that's just tacky.
Damn.
That is tacky.
So see, then it's more money.
Your Jewish side is really starting to come out right now.
Hey, you said you have the tips. I'm learning.
The tips, my tips are, unless there's good food,
no gift.
Just go to the civil ceremonies. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You don't have to worry about shit. If you know there's going to be good food, look on the registry. Go find that gift someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can buy a Nordstrom's box at the, Nordstrom's Rack. They sell the boxes. Buy the box, put it in, wrap it up, drop it off, and then drop $50 in their pocket for the money dance.
Here's another question that I have for you. What if they have registered at multiple places and they've done like a really high-end place and then maybe a lower-end place, like say Target?
Well, you still want to go by equivalent to what you think they are spending for dinner.
Okay.
So like for instance, if it's like at the Del Coronado, you know that they're spending at least $100 for you.
Yeah.
At least. If they're doing it at Jack in the Box, where I would have mine,
Praise. I did go to that one.
they're spending $15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it also goes back to what you were just saying. So if you want to give them cash up for pay for the wedding, then yes. And it's at the Del Coronado, then yes. Go to Target, get them something at Target, and then take the difference, maybe add a little bit more, and then give them cash.
Okay.
There's many ways to do it.
I like that idea. See, I learned you were right. I learned something new every day.
I'm telling you,
You're ready.
I am ready for the wedding season. And I am now looking for a new fiance because clearly this one is not working out.
Eddie's available.
3 strikes and you're out. No. I have a new goal for
a new goal. Okay, how is this going to work now?
I want to. I'm now going to marry a gay, diverse attorney. I want to marry an attorney that is going to specialize in gay divorces. It might be a little slow in the beginning, but later it will pay off.
Well, let me just explain to you what has happened since the announcements from DOMA and Prop 8. We have the little resource shelves there at the center. I just want to explain to you what has filled up our little resource shelves at
gay
the
divorces
center.
and prenups.
Attorneys' cards that specialize in divorce. I shit you not, I will go in there every night and I see hundreds of them pinned to the bulletin board. And I'm like, are you high? Are you kidding me?
No.
and no, you're right. Absolutely not. They're smart.
I just hope, I don't want to go a lot on the gay wedding thing, but I will say this. I think that it's great that people can get married. And, I said for a very long time that I was really more concerned about DOMA than I was for
Prop 8. Right.
Prop 8. I was ecstatic that they both, passed and whatnot, because I think that the DOMA will open the door across and for federally.
It already is in all the other states.
Right.
Look at what ACLU is doing in
it's
Pennsylvania, Illinois, Maryland.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
Crazy good. I do want to say this. I really hope that people are smart enough to really sit down and look at their relationship and the benefits of why they want to get married. I understand that there are some people that have been together for quite some time, and then as soon as they can go get married, they ran down to not City Hall, but the Halls of Justice or whatever it was.
Right.
Got their license and got married right there on the spot. I just hope that people are aware of that it's not just that you can get married. You know,
Right.
I think you really need to look at your relationship. And even if your friends think that you are in a good relationship and expect you to get married, you know in your heart of heart how that relationship is going.
Right.
And if you get married for the sake of getting married and for the sake of your friends, then I think that it will be a huge regret.
Right.
And a huge financial loss.
Right, which is what I was just going to say. The one thing that they should really be thinking about then, particularly where Doma is concerned, is now you should consider talking to that lawyer before you get married.
Yes.
Perhaps a prenup agreement. And
Definitely a prenup.
your marriage contract.
Because, and the other thing, yes, I love my marriage contract. I'm going to start selling it, and I think I
See,
can.
you should.
The other thing to start thinking about is if you get married, and I think a lot of people, like really think about this. It's been really great to be in a relationship, and you could be a domestic partner, and yada yada yada. And your debt is your debt, and his debt is his debt, and there it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And guess what?
The minute you get married, your debt becomes his debt, and his debt becomes your debt.
And as soon as you get divorced, he gets half your shit.
Exactly. And
gets half your shit.
And you're responsible for half of his debt.
Right.
So I'm just saying.
Perhaps those are the cards we need. I should separate them at the center.
Yeah.
Here's your prenup lawyers. Here's your divorce lawyers.
Because you've got to think about it. I mean, I know a lot of people that have been together for a very long time, and I'm like, are you guys going to get married? And one of them flat out says, no. We have a great relationship. I'm not taking on his debt, and I'm not going to be responsible for his debt if something happened.
Right.
Because if he died tomorrow, and we got married, and then he died the day after that, guess who they're coming after for all of his stuff?
He owes the IRS a shit ton of money.
Okay, yes.
I ain't taking that on. See?
Smart.
Be smart. Yes, people, please be smart.
All right.
All right, let's take a break. We'll do our thing, and we will be right back.
Yay!
We are back.
Because we misted you.
Yes. Live at Urban Moe's. You know that it's Pride because the fucking pink flamingos are behind us.
It is Pride this weekend.
And Mr. OCD was like spacing them appropriately, so can't nobody see them. Oh, that's gonna fuck with his OCD. So, you were feeling better, then you started feeling not so great. What's going on with you? What's going on with your health? Oh my goodness. We could probably do an entire segment on this. There we go. Just to torture him, I love it. What's going on with your health, girl?
Well, I got insurance, so I don't know what's going on with my insurance, but my insurance starts next week, and then I'm going to go to a doctor and find out. And so I have to, look for a doctor. Mm-hmm. And this is what I want to do. This is, finding a doctor is very complicated. It's not very easy.
Right. You're doing the Kaiser thing.
I went to Kaiser.
Okay.
Because, again, I'm a researcher.
Of course.
So I went through, 72. I started with a total of 72 policies and companies and you know what I'm saying. And research until,
You deduce it down to the 2 or 3 options that are the best.
Right, and then...
And you have to because we work for ourselves,
right.
So, you're buying your own insurance.
Right, and then I was calling the companies and asking them this and that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anyway, so Kaiser turned out to be the best, and I was with Kaiser before, which is all good. However, so then, now it's an HMO, and so they will either assign me a doctor or I can find find one.
Right.
If I know of one or whatever. So what I've decided is, and then I called today, which was the poor lady on the phone. She's like, no, there's no way in our database looking that up. Because what I've decided is that I want a lesbian doctor.
Because don't they have Kaiser.com/LGBT? I think they do.
I don't know.
You should go
They
look.
said no. That
I don't believe that.
I'm gonna look, but
I see that shit advertised on Logo, or what's that dumb channel?
Well, maybe I'll look.
I think you
so.
should.
What I've decided is that I want a lesbian doctor because I don't really want a gay guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think, I run the chance of them knowing me.
Hey, girl!
And, we all know this community is not too big.
Right.
And I don't want, even though there's the whole confidentiality thing, I don't need people talking. And I don't want, I don't want to risk, a straight male doctor who, I get a crush on, and then I'm like,
and then you can't get a physical.
And then I don't do anything.
Right.
I won't tell him anything, I won't, whatever. And so I kind of ruled that out. And, I think lesbians are, because I need something that's going to be like,
Right.
And I think a lesbian,
We'll do that.
Yeah.
And staring at your junk ain't going to be a problem. And,
well, they'll still be impressed, but...
Well, of course, but... no risk of falling in love with you.
You're popular in town, aren't you?
I mean, I wonder if there are,
Well, I called today and asked. I'm like, I'd like to find a lesbian doctor. And they're like...
no, there's got to be a way.
Really in our database that would allow us to.
That's some bullshit.
And I can get why they don't. You know what I'm saying? I can get that. I think it would be a convenient tool.
Kaiser has a contingent in the Pride Parade every year. They got to know.
Right. And that's what she said. Because everyone's very open-minded, and then we have a non-discrimination policy, and that's fine. But there are still homophobes and a non-discrimination.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want one of those either. So I am on the hunt for a lesbian doctor.
No, you should get one of those.
A lesbian doctor?
No, a homophobe. That would be fantastic.
No.
Then you could have a lawsuit.
Education in my life. So I wanted to post on Facebook today, searching for a lesbian doctor with Kaiser. Accepting new patients.
Why don't you?
Well, because I talked to two people and told them I was going to do that. Like, oh my God, you can't do that.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not like they have to comment on the status.
Right,
they could message you privately.
Directly.
Yeah, that's dumb.
So do you think that's smart?
Yes.
Because if you do, I think I'm going to do it today.
I would.
I think I might.
I absolutely would. Shit, I'd put an ad on Craigslist.
I thought about that too. I actually did think about that. Yeah, I just think that's what I want. So I'm gonna hurt. So if anybody knows of a lesbian doctor with Heier,
comment below.
Yeah, or email me.
Preferably in the San Diego area, and not in Brazil.
I'm not gonna travel.
Or Dubai.
Yeah, I'm not gonna travel. Yeah, so that's good. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to figure out what is going on with my sinuses and.
Yes, because
this is
your poor sinuses. See, what's really
my poor head is just no longer.
Donald has had this thing very similar to what you've had. He's had it for going on 2 months now.
Well, I think I added the other day, and this is about my 3rd month.
Yeah.
And it just, just as I get better, it
comes back again.
Yeah.
And do you get mucusy and start coughing and stuff?
I get mucusy, and I have a constant headache. I'm on so many different sinus drugs for so many different things.
Because the neti pot works for about 10 minutes.
I do the neti pot. Well, I have the pulsating one. I love that.
Right. Yes, you talked about
But I have the neti pot, and then I'm on, sinus for sinus pain, and sinus for congestion, and sinus to this, and sinus for that. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So it's good.
So you're going to the river. I'm going to Bear Week. Do you have any suggestions for me going to? Have you ever been to Provincetown?
I have not. Well, you're going with Donald and Jay, right?
I am going with Donald and Jay.
So trouble is,
I'm sure.
There. I mean, not even. Yeah.
There. I mean, it literally is an entire week.
Just so that you know, I will be for the first 3 days that you're going to be gone. I will be at the river, and you will not be able to get a hold of me. So if you go to jail,
I'm fucked.
Don't call me.
I'm fucked. I guess
Jay,
I'll call my mom.
Your mom. I've already talked to her.
I guess I'll be calling Donald's mom.
I told her, if you call her for Mother's Day, if you call her to bail you out of jail, she should remind you about Mother's Day. And she should remind you about her birthday. And she should remind you...
Happy Pride. This is probably the only time I ever get to see you.
That's what we're celebrating.
Exactly. I knew there'd be something to celebrate.
Yes. Cheers.
Yay for John!
Yes.
I love you guys.
Okay, we're on a time limit. Get out.
Always a pleasure.
Bye.
It's somebody's pleasure.
And I love how you guys always remark about me after I leave.
Anyways. Oh, Gouda.
Yeah, don't.
Perhaps we should give her her own show.
Yeah, thank you. That would be 24. It would be like CNN.
CNN. Live stream.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, do you have a lot of friends in New York City that I should look up when we're there? Perhaps?
Well, we have tons of friends in New York.
Well, I know. I want to hang out with someone very special to you.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
No.
No? Damn. So you have no advice for me while I'm there on the East Coast?
No, and I'm not going to tell you who to hang out with.
Oh, they might divulge some secrets that you don't want divulged. I've heard pretty much all I need to from Kirk from Summer Meadows.
Kirk Cunningham is coming out with some really nasty photos lately, and
He sure is. And they're from like the 70s or 80s.
I don't know.
Although there was a couple
It's
of
not
you
very
that I
good.
thought were pretty fantastic. So
Yeah, pretty fantastically. Like,
what? The hell? Okay.
what I like is when the people comment, they're like, "Which one's Ophelia?"
They're like the one in the spiral perm.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
It's very funny.
All right, we were going to talk about our favorite TV show, which is back on air. Last week, and I said, or 2 weeks ago when we were doing the show, and I said no, because I hadn't seen it. Big Brother's on.
Yes.
And there's some fucking controversy going on with Big Brother.
I don't think I don't think that there has been this much drama so fast than any year.
Second week.
Yeah, there is so much stuff going on, and so, on the heels of the Paula Dean thing with the racist, but I think, part of the reason that I've always liked Big Brother is that I think that it is a fishbowl of really what is going on.
Right. You can't get away with anything because it's on you 24/7.
Yeah. And, there was for a period, everyone's like, oh no, we don't, when Obama got elected, there's some racist, but he he changed it, and people are coming together, and now we have this explosion of really racist things that are going on, and some of it I think is people are just too hypersensitive. I get people being too hypersensitive because I think that is big.
Well, and also people who, with the one girl in particular that we're talking about, Erin. Yeah.
Oh, well, she's just a big C.
She sure is a big C.
Just a big C.
But what I've noticed,
what I like about her, I don't like anything about her.
No, I don't either. But if there's anybody that is playing to the other personalities in the house and playing to the camera, it's fucking her.
Oh yeah.
Like big time her, because she'll be racist talking about in her Asian, you got the dude on nail, and you go fix me some rice and bullshit in 1 minute, and then the next minute she's wanting to have perhaps a side alliance with the same girl that she's thrown under the bus.
Well, see, I don't think she does. I think that she's so two-faced. She doesn't want to have a side alliance with her. She's going to have a thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
What I don't like about her is that she's so two-faced. She wants, that no one comes and talks to her and tells her stuff. But that whole thing about the wine, she threw Jeremy under the bus when she did that.
Yes, she
and so
did.
you cannot sit there and say or demand that that's what you want when you do the same thing. She was behind it, and then she sat there and lied and let Jeremy take it. Jeremy is not, I like Jeremy, and I think Jeremy's a good game player, but he's going to be out soon. Those two are going to be out so quick. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this week, I think is going to be super interesting because, they put Nick on the... I don't feel in my heart of hearts, and I could be wrong, because we all know who's on the block. It's Helen, Alyssa,
and and
Nick, right. I think if people are smart, and they do have the numbers, because they do have the numbers to get rid of Nick. And if they're smart, they will get rid of Nick, because I will cut the head off of
the snake.
Right, and the moving company. Although there's still enough people with the moving company that are smart enough that haven't come to surface yet that can salvage the,
Sure.
I think really what they should do, minus Nick, I think that if Spencer and Howard and McCree got together and they pulled Elisa into the moving company thing and said, look, we know you're going to get
MVPs. Yes, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because Spencer and Howard and Jeremy has lost it. And Nick just thinks,
he hasn't watched enough of Big Brother to understand how the game is played.
Right.
Is the problem.
Right.
That's where I'm at with Nick. He doesn't. He thinks that he created the first alliance and that's what you've got to do. And no, that's not how it works.
So I think if they're smart, they're going to get rid of him.
Poor Alyssa. It's like.
And I'll tell you who I don't like, but I like, all at the same time, which is, is Candace.
Is she the speech therapist?
I believe
that
so.
used to be a
I think she's
cheerleader.
I don't think she's black, but she's
mixed.
Mixed.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't think she's full black, but I
got
well,
you.
she's beautiful.
Yes, she is.
And I like her, and I equally don't like her.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like there is.
Who's the one that you least like? Aaron, yes.
Yeah.
Who's the one that you like the most right now?
I don't know. I really liked Caitlyn in the beginning. And I still may like her. I haven't decided. Because she had said in all of her pre-house interviews and all this stuff that she's going to go in and she's going to find the hot little guy that wants the bromance and, blah, blah, blah. And she's going to, ride his coattail, which she is doing. Now, is she using him or is she really having a showmance?
Right.
Now, if she's using him, then she's playing a brilliant social game, and I love her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she is being a chick, then I don't love her, because then I'm like, she's weak.
She's not fucking playing the game. Thank you. I like Helen. I don't know why, I just do.
Well, you know why you like Helen, because she reminds me so much of me.
Well, of course.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I do like
She's
her
a political...
because if there's anybody that is figuring out the strategy inside that house.
Well, she's a political strategist.
Yes.
Yeah.
She fucking knows what's going on.
Yeah.
She knows. And so I really want this whole Alyssa, Helen combination, maybe if they could build on that.
You know where I think McCree fucked up was with Alyssa when he, the very first week, and he ran around like a little girl and started telling everyone everything. He would have been smarter if he would not have done that, because he would have made a very powerful alliance with Alyssa. And with Amanda. Instead, he started making out with Amanda, and now that's put a target on Amanda's back, not McCree's back,
right,
but on Amanda's back. So McCree kind of either needs to figure it back out and start playing the game, and because I don't think Amanda's into McCree. I think Amanda is knocking him off of his game.
Right.
Right. And when the lights are off, I'll make out with someone. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm saying.
Because that's the only time they made out, when the lights are off. So, during the day and everything else is going on, oh no, they're not. Yeah.
Do you think that the CBS execs and Big Brother, and because they weren't initially going to air that footage of all the homophobic,
I absolutely think that they should have.
I do too. Right. And then they ended up doing it this week. Do you think that they're going to do anything further with that? Because
Well, what I really hope is when Erin gets kicked out and she comes and she sits on the
in
couch,
front of Julie,
Julie Chin goes, oh, and by the way, you're fired.
right?
Okay, now that's what I really hope that Julie Chin does. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. I know you had a job when you came in here,
You're
but
fired.
you're a racist bitch and you're fired.
You're fired.
You know, I love. Oh my God, because that's exactly what I would do if I was Julie Chin.
Right.
Sit down. Sorry you got kicked out. Oh, by the way, you're fired. Yeah. Well, 2 of them have been fired.
Gina Marie.
Yeah, Gina Marie.
Well, and 3 actually. Spencer.
Did Spencer get fired
Yep.
too? Why did Spencer get fired?
Because he was talking about the Nazi stuff and Hitler and some other black-related stuff, and then he was also doing the queer baiting.
Oh, yeah.
Queer. He's the one that said that of all the hate crimes that happen all around the world, why can't one happen to him? Like, live. I mean,
Well, I think he's just a secret. I think he's a closeted little.
You think he's a closeted little
Yeah.
homosexual?
Homosexual.
Love it.
Are we gonna take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break and come right back and talk about a few things, and then
Are
you
we
gotta
really
go.
gonna- yeah, I was gonna say we might not be back for long,
It'll probably be 5 minutes or so.
but I do want to talk about our mayor before.
Can we? Oh Lord. All right, we'll be right back. And we're back.
That was a long break.
Oh my God, fuck. We
I just found out what time it is.
and smoked and had a kiki.
Okay, our mayor.
Oh my God.
Those that don't know that aren't here in San Diego.
Those
our
of
mayor.
you who are watching from far away, Google Bob Filner.
Yeah. Total fuck up. Oh.
Or Google Donna Fry tears.
Yeah, I don't get all of that. I think there's going to be such clusterfuck in our politics for going to be really some quite time.
Seriously.
That it is almost frightening. It is almost embarrassing to say that you're from San Diego.
But come on now. Let's. The girlfriend leaving him.
Okay, that was my first.
Thank you.
When that came out on Tuesday, that she
You were like,
ended the
oh,
engagement and then she closed down her,
Foundation
team first
thing,
lady and stopped all of her stuff and wouldn't say why, and no one speculated and no one did some news conference or yada yada yada. I was like, ooh, something is coming.
Scandal.
And then, boom, the next day, he's being,
Railroaded
allegedly.
by, and they said railroaded by one of the city attorneys and fucking Donna Fry, who used to work for him, by the way.
Right.
But can we talk about what the fuck has happened with his administration since he's been in?
Well, everyone has left.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Every single body.
Yeah.
Well, Lord only. Why is it, Jay? You tell me.
Okay, I don't really care. What I care about is, do you think that he, because everyone's calling for his resignation.
Right.
And that just really made more steam for people to.
Do we think he will?
Yeah, because they're gonna now try to recall him, and there's all sorts of little scandals. There was this trip when he took his security detail. It's been taxpayer money. There's a whole Sun Road $100,000
Right.
pay for play. There's so many different things. There's this scandal now.
And now apparently there's multiple.
Right. Chris Shaw is over there pouring shots, and if he comes over here,
Shit. You know what that means?
Jay Turner is doing mine.
Doing all of them.
Well,
You have to drive.
He's coming over here. I'm gonna give mine to Tom.
You're gonna give yours to Tom? Okay.
Fuck. We might have to take another little break so I can run to the bathroom. All right, go ahead.
So, if he resigns or is recalled, we get Todd
As the interim.
as interim,
And he can run for mayor.
and then he can run for mayor. Yes.
And lose.
Would it be run for mayor special election?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Okay.
If they recall him or he resigns, it'll be a
And you think
special-
that Todd would lose?
Yes. Todd, I think, has pissed off enough people with his photo op politics.
And the
To make
issues
a
with the
difference.
streets and the parking and
Yeah, if there's a camera, Todd is there.
Got it.
When there's work to be done, Todd sends somebody. So I think that people are catching on to his photo op politics and his flip-flopping on his ideas and what he says and what he does, that I know that he has lost my support. And
well, we knew he lost your support months ago.
yeah, and which is sad because you
liked Todd.
I liked him
as a person.
and I think that I don't know if it's that when he became president of the council or whatever, he really changed. And it goes and it has happened to other people. Chris Kehoe is another prime example of someone who I think really at one point when they got into politics got into the right reason, to really make a difference and yada yada yada. And then I don't know if it's the political power or if it's the political whatever, and then they change. Marty Emerald's another one. I loved Marty Emerald when she was a advocate and a troubleshooter and all of that. And now I don't see her as that. I see her as someone that's sitting there that will do a vote and not matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't see anyone there standing up for the people.
Right.
I think they all see their careers and how that could advance. Which I think is sad. Which is why I put on my Facebook today that should the special election happen, that I would love to see Donna Fry run.
I was going to just ask you, if Donna Fry ran, would she
Oh
be...
my God, she totally, I think she would win by a landslide. The problem is that somebody said it, I think it was actually on my Facebook, somebody commented, if she was to run now during the special election, they would jump on her because she would look bitter. She lost, twice, but the one time completely unfairly.
Right.
And then, this last one, if they would have counted her name for the write-in, she would have done phenomenally well.
Right.
And it would have spoken volumes, and I think it really would have boiled down to, her and Filner, or her and DeMaio, one of the two.
If Nathan ran in the special election, how do you think he'd do?
I'm not sure.
Do you think he even would?
I think if he was smart, he should.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
But I think that I don't know. But I think will be interesting to see, and this is the wild card, is to see if DeMaio comes back out of the woodwork. But he's getting ready to run for a higher office against Peters.
Right. I was going to say I don't think he would chance it. I don't think he'd chance a second lose.
I don't know.
Having said that,
think about the campaign that he can do. Really think about the campaign that he could do, because he could turn around and say, he could just use all of the stuff and everything that Filner went after him for, and say, that's funny because this is exactly what happened to this.
Right.
So I do think that if he ran a smart campaign. And I'm not saying that because I'm not saying that I would support him. The only person of these people is that I would support Donna Fry.
Right.
Or Maureen O'Connor if she decided to run again.
You love you some Maureen O'Connor.
I love me some Maureen O'Connor. You know what I'm saying?
What if Stephen Whitburn was to run?
He would lose.
What about...
I also think that this, and I've said this, and I was just talking to somebody else, another smart person to actually throw their hat into it, if you will, who's going to be up for re-election soon on her own and has a huge amount of support. And I know it's far out there, but I think she could do an amazing job, is Diane Jacobs.
There is another Jacobs that people have been saying.
Dolores?
Exactly.
I don't see that happening.
I don't see that happening either. But if there was a mayor,
I'm thinking that
she
if
could be
Diane
it.
Jacobs runs for mayor and leaves the county board of supervisors, then I will run for the county board of supervisors.
That's what you've been wanting for 3 years.
Yeah.
She wants to be on the goddamn county board of supervisors. Girl.
So that's what I think. Yeah, it's going to be, I think the next couple of weeks especially are going to be really, really
I cannot wait to see the coming stories, the headlines in LGBT
But you know,
Weekly.
I don't. You know, I have mixed feelings on with a couple people. One of them sitting there listening to us in a stamp is about the people that have allegedly made this claim. That they want to pounce on him and stuff like that. I think that they need to be smart, and I think they should come forward. But I think they need to come forward united. With like a Gloria Albright kind of thing or whatever.
Gloria Allred.
I think
that would be fabulous.
I think what I don't want to see is for the media to hunt them down and to victimize them, because then I think that they could become more of a victim. So I do hope that they realize that it is a time thing. I can get what they're doing by saying to Filner, you know what you did? Resign, and we don't have to make this a big deal.
Well, and here's where I'm at with that. I think that is where they're at. I think there is, I don't know, we'll say 3 or 4. I'm just throwing the number out there. They're there. They're already united.
Yeah.
And the people that need to know, that have sent the letters and done the things, have said, all right, you need to tell him. Write the letters, write the emails, do the press conference, whatever you need to do. Tell him this is what he needs to do. I don't know that it's the best strategy that they could have used, but I think they're ready.
Yeah.
And if he is not as forthcoming as they want him to be, well, they'll be right there. I think they will be.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
And ouch. If that happens, I feel ouch.
Ouch for Filner or for the...
Well, for fucking San Diego, because God knows we need that happening in our city right now.
The ouch will already be there. That's all right. I don't need anything.
That's Daddy Tom. He's whatever.
You know what?
Not even drinking.
Point me like that again, and I'm going to post a photo of you. So,
I think Jay Turner should run for mayor. No, he doesn't. He wants to be county sheriff.
He'd be like first lady.
Warden or some shit.
Yeah,
If Stamp Corbin ran for mayor, would you vote for him?
Well, I don't know. She drinks
a lot. That's probably why I would vote for him.
Yeah. Last time she was on the show, she ripped my microphone out.
And now it's broken for real.
It's like it was an IV or something.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting couple of weeks. So
I can't wait.
When we come back in 2 weeks,
we might have a total.
We might have a new mayor.
Well, it's kind of like...
It might be Tom Gloria.
It's kind of... Well, he'll be the intro.
It will be, yes.
Yeah. Which I think will be interesting, because then we could really see the power go to her head. And
well, maybe you'll get some shit done on your street.
Well, Todd hasn't helped with that at all. I've had to do a lot of that stuff myself.
I just want to know...
Because his office is full of excuses and bullshit.
Does Kurt Cunningham have any photos of a certain Todd Gloria in any compromising situations? Because if anybody can find him, it's Kurt Cunningham.
Yeah, thank you. That's the truth.
Perhaps that's what you should use as your blackmail material.
Right. I don't blackmail. I just use insurance.
Right. I'm just saying.
All right. I know my time is up. I know
you gotta go.
My car
You're going to the river. Love you, mean it.
I know. I just need to go. Watch this stuff off, and I am.
And I'm going to see you in 2 weeks.
Yes. Have a fabulous trip.
I will. Enjoy your pride at the river.
Thank you. You enjoy your pride in P-Town.
I will. We'll see everybody in about 2 weeks.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It's been a fabulous time.
Too bad Jay's so
Let's do another show in a couple of weeks.
And
let's fire Jay Turner.
He doesn't even care. We're not even doing the show.